This is Unit 5, Review 2, Number 9. So this one is a rectangular pen with 4 equal side-by-side sections made of 2 different types of fencing. More expensive and sturdy fencing is used for the outside. So the outside, so all the X's, you have 4 X's on the top, 4 on the bottom, so a total of 8 X's, plus the 2 Y's on the outside. They have to be made of this more sturdy section. And then you have a less expensive and sturdy fencing is used for the inside. So that's the 3 inner Y's. So 1, 2, 3. There's 3 inner parts there. They're a little bit less sturdy. So that's these 3 right here. So 1, 2, 3. All right, it says determine the dimensions of the entire pen if the cost of the fencing must be minimized. We're trying to minimize the cost. The cost is based off of the fence. Since my cost is based off of the fence, I'm going to have to come up with my fence equation, and that's the one I'm going to take my derivative with. And if I continue reading, it says if the area must be 429 square meters. Okay, so that 429 is actually for the entire fenced off region. So this is going to be my area. When I do this, the area here is going to equal to, it's really 4x times by y, since the entire area was given to me. So when I do this, the area is the 429 is equal to the 4xy, and I'm going to solve that for either x or y. And we'll determine that once we do our cost equation. So the cost equation, really, again, there's 2 parts. We have this fence is going to be made up of the outside portion and the inside portion. So the outside, there's 8 x's there. They're all made for the outside. Plus there's 2 y's that are on the outside, and then there's 3 y's on the inside. So instead of doing 8x plus your 5y, you need to do the 8x plus 2y plus 3y. And the reason is because when we hijack this and make this a cost function, that 8x and the 2y that are on the outside, they each cost $20 per meter. So that's $20 and $20. And the 3 inner ones cost $12. So they're going to go as 12. And now, just like we've done all these other problems, we're going to take those 3 numbers and multiply them in. So 20 times by 8, we have our 160x plus 40y plus 36y. All right, and then from here now I'm going to simplify this to be 160x plus 76y. So I want to take that derivative. Before I take that derivative, I really need to replace one of those variables, either x or y. And it really does not matter which one I use. All right, so I'll just choose to solve over here for y. So that's going to be 429 all over 4x is equal to my y. So that's my helper equation. I'm going to take that and plug it in. So the cost is going to equal to 160x plus 76 times by 429 over 4y. All right, so I'm doing that so that, I'm sorry, that's all over 4x, not y. That's replacing the y. So I'm doing that so that I can have my equation in one variable, which is what we have now. Before I take my derivative, I want to simplify this. So the cost is going to equal to 160x. And then 76 times by the 429, all divided by 4, is going to come out as 8,151. And then we have that x in the bottom is going to come up to the top as x to the negative 1. So that's my equation. Take the derivative, so this is now going to be 160 minus 8,151, x to the negative 2 is equal to 0. Bring the 8151 over, so 160 is equal to 8,151 all over x squared. Bringing that x down at the bottom. Multiply by the x squared, so you get 160 x squared is equal to the 8151. Divide by 160 and take the square root to get your x. And when you do so, you end up with x here is equal to 7.137. All right, we always take that, plug it into our helper equation, solve for the y. And the y here comes out to be 15.027. So going back to what the question is actually asking here, it says determine the dimensions of the entire pen. All right, so we want the entire pen. That's the whole thing, not just one of the individual ones. So it's not just the 7.137 by 15.027. It's the whole pen. So the whole bottom, there's 4 of those x's. So 4 times by that 7.137 here is going to give us 28.548. And this was in meters. All right, and that's by our Y value, the other side, which is the 15.027 meters.